I'll see you in a few weeks in Alberta.
Ooh. Hello from Uxbridge. Hi, everyone. Well, I think
Hey, Shamoy. Shamoy, you have some fans here. Hello.
everyone loves Chamoy here. Everyone loves
Yes, I
Chamoy.
realized.
Well, I think our wonderful guests, I think we're going to get started.
Yes.
I first of all would like to welcome all the spoiled agents out there for joining us. We are live here today on Zoom, and we're also live over here on Facebook because I got a few screens going up. My name is Susan Koyman from Spoiled Agent, and I am so happy to host you with our fabulous guest today. I'm pretty sure everyone today knows our friend Shamoy Richards, who's a business development manager for Canada for the Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Authority. Hi, buddy.
Hey, Suze. It's good to see you after such a long time. I think this is our first encounter for the year since October.
Oh, you're good. I think you're right.
Yeah, and for many of our agents who are here today, it's such a pleasure to have you. Again, this is also our first encounter for the year and the first of many encounters that we will have, whether it be the spoil agent shows that we're attending, some of the other consumer show. You can see me at the Outdoor Adventure Show this weekend in Toronto. And I'll be in Vancouver next weekend at the Outdoor Adventure Show, as well as in Calgary, the Outdoor Adventure Show on the 17th and on the 18th. And we will also meet up at our Lunch and Learns, which we will unveil throughout the rest of the year. So stay tuned. But enough about me. I want to introduce to you two beautiful ladies in the name of Rana Lewis, who will give you some highlights about the High Flying Sailing Week, and Abina Merchant, who will tell you about the delights of Restuarant Week, which has returned for a second year. So we will get a little bit more into the presentation. We've already established that Antigua is a lovely destination. So for persons who are here who would have not have heard about Antigua before, it's always important for us just to give them a synopsis as to what they can expect with the destination. So we're going to get the ball rolling.
All right. We'll just do a few housekeepings if that's okay, everybody. Again, just for those of you that, you're joining us live here, please make sure that if you have any questions, you add them to the Q&A box. We're going to keep the chat for that. We're going to keep it for the oohs, the ahs, and as everyone speaks, I'm going to be putting some links in as well, so you have them, how you can reach everybody. And of course, how you can find Shamoy and his whole team on the Spoiled Agent Supplier page, access to their agent rates, their specialist program, and onwards, okay? So we'll take those at the end. But Shamoy, we almost forgot something very exciting and very important, because not one, but two lucky spoiled agents are going to win each a $50 gift card from you guys. So thank you so much. And for everyone to qualify, you have to stay on to the Q&A, to the question period, okay? If you're joining us here on Zoom, we've got you covered because you registered. If you're joining us over here on Facebook, please make sure that you put your email in the comments so we can send these off to Shamoy. And next week, he's going to pick two lucky winners. So when you get an email from the Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Authority to say you won, it's a happy day, right?
And just to also add to that, it is important to stay to the very end because we have additional incentives that we will be offering from today's call.
Ooh, that's it. So you're going to spill the tea a little bit later on some more ways to win.
Some hot tea. Be
careful. Hot tea. Okay, well, I'm gonna close off things here from my side. I'm gonna meet you guys all at the Q&A, and thanks again for joining us. Shamoy, over to you.
All right, and again, thank you so much, Suzanne, for hosting us today, and to all of our lovely agents who have joined us. Today, we're going to be talking about some of the signature events in Antigua and Barbuda during the first half of the year. But let's get into what Antigua and Barbuda has to offer.
You might have heard of Antigua, but let me tell you, Barbuda is where it's at. We got coral reefs and one of the biggest bird sanctuaries in the Western Hemisphere.
Barbuda? Really? We got Nelson's Dockyard, English Harbor, and we got the party. Yeah! There is more people here run on your entire island.
Exactly, man. You come to Barbuda, you get all beaches to yourself, and not just beaches, pink sand beaches.
Pink sand? I'll take swimming with stingrays.
I'd rather be liming here, man. This rum punch, don't miss.
You know what else don't miss? Share Rocks, winner of Best Restaurant in the Caribbean.
3 times.
Well, trust me, people said our lobsters are pretty good too.
This lobster.
These waves!
These ponds.
Antigua!
Gotta be Barbuda.
Valley Church Beach!
Oh, really?
Antigua!
Come on.
Barbuda!
What? Antigua!
Nah, really?
Are you serious?
Why choose when you can have both?
Yes, and there's only one correct choice, and that's the choice of both. They're two stunning islands, and I often say, in order for you to complete a trip to Antigua, it must include Barbuda as well, our sister island. So just some basic stats about the destination for persons who do not know. We're in the Eastern Caribbean. We're considered one of the safest Caribbean destinations. So it is ideal for your clients who are seeking peace of mind. Just a very small population of 100,000. And both islands, quite small geographically, not a mountainous island, it's a combination of volcanic limestone and clay. So very easy to get around. Not a lot of mountains to traverse, and from between the furthest points, you're talking about a 50-minute drive. So a nice drive to bask in the scenery of the island. We used Eastern Caribbean dollars, which is 2 to 1 Canadian, but we accept US dollars on island. That is the cash, of course. So flights into Antigua and Barbuda, we are well serviced by the major carriers. We have weekly flights from Air Canada, Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, with Friday flights out of Montreal. And with WestJet, we have flights on Wednesdays and Sundays. Sunwing operates on a Saturday, so when you mix and match the airlines, your clients can get into Antigua every day. And it's a 4.5-hour flight into Antigua. Just another reminder, for persons getting into the destination, we have great add-ons for your clients, such as the fast track service where they are met at the jet bridge, escorted through customs and immigration and customs. And we have it both ways. And on departure, we do have the executive lounge for an elevated experience. This executive lounge, it does have an outside balcony with cabanas. So I think we've already established that Antigua is a first-rate destination for your clients, offering fantastic beaches, well-appointed hotels, top-rated restaurants and activities and excursions. And these can be experienced throughout both islands at any time of the year. But today, we just wanted to share with you some of the calendar events, signature events that would happen in the destination at given times of the year. So you can advise your clients, if you go to Antigua and Barbuda around these particular periods, you can get an experience of a lifetime. And as I said, I have with me today the lovely Rana Lewis and Abina Merchant, who will help me to share these experiences with you. So okay, so weekly events. These are ongoing events that your clients can sample or experience during, any time of the year. We have the mini dinghy regatta, the Jolly Harbor Yacht Club sailing regatta, Saturday sailing, Copper and Lumber Seafood Festival, which is done every Friday in the historic Nelson's Dockyard for seafood lovers. It's a great outing for couples and families as well, very casual. We do have Shirley's Heights. Now, that is the most popular event in Antigua, held every Sunday for over 40 years, and that is a must-do. But if you have clients who are coming in, maybe on a 5-day trip, and they didn't get an opportunity to do it on the Sunday, we do offer that experience on a Thursday as well. So that is something to note. So it's called Reggae Heights Party during the Sunday. And we also have Rum in the Ruins, where you can get a good sip of rum while touring the ruins of the historic Antigua Naval Park. So some of the events that can be done during the first quarter of the year. Antigua and Barbuda, we come from a very rich nautical history dating back to the 1700s, when Antigua was established as the British naval base of the Caribbean, right in the Nelson's dockyard, which I had mentioned earlier. And so that has emerged into such a great maritime tradition of sailing and water-based lifestyles. And so it is no surprise that throughout the year, we have such a rich calendar of regattas in Antigua and Barbuda. So right now, we have the RORC Challenge, which is a very tough regatta. Starts in Antigua, goes to Barbuda, around St. Kitts, St. Martin, down to Guadeloupe and back to Antigua. And if you have clients who are interested in sailing or to partake in this event, it is available for persons to purchase a spot and to take part in this event. We also have the Classic Yacht Regatta. We also have the Neo Soul Jazz, which is called Spoken Word. It's a spoken word event soon. And in April, and this is around Easter Monday, we have the International Kite Festival. And this is held at the National Park, which is Devil's Bridge. Most persons may know it. It's a natural limestone bridge that was carved by waves over the years. And so this is a great family event. We also have the sports fishing tournament, which happens in May as well. And this is great for seafood lovers or for persons who wouldn't mind partaking in catching some of these huge fish. So we have a lesson today, Lego no hand. And I want to see which agent can guess what does this mean. I'm gonna give you a few seconds. Lego no hand, just take a guess. Can anyone guess what Lego no hand means? I'm looking. Someone said live free. That's Annette. Let's go party. I'm loving the answers I'm getting so far. Let's go and enjoy. One come together. Let go of everything. Let go of my hand. Well, you know what? The direct translation, let go no hand, is like when you're riding a bike and no hands, you're not holding on and you're just riding. So it really denotes that spirit of being free-spirited, just fully immersing yourself in that experience. So some persons you're onto something, you would have gotten it right. So Lego no hand means you're just gonna immerse in the experience, free-spirited. Doesn't matter, you're not paying attention to what others have to say. And I think it really ties into Sailing Week, just be driven by the wind. It is such a wonderful, free-spirited event. And today we will have the lovely Rana to tell you a little bit more, or a whole lot more, about the Antigua Sailing Week, which is the oldest and most prestigious regatta in the entire Caribbean. All right, Rana, take it away.
Good day, everyone. Really happy to be here to tell you about Antigua Sailing Week. The event turns 55 this year, as Shamoy mentioned. The event is one of the oldest and the most prestigious in the Caribbean. In 1968, in 1968, it was basically created by some hoteliers who were looking for some additional ways to entertain their hotel guests. And what started off with about 12, 13 boats is now at its heyday was about 200 boats, and we're currently running about 100 boats per event. Entries are open now for this year's event. It runs April 27th to May 3rd, and we are currently at 75 boats. The structure of the week is one where our strapline is Race, Chase, Celebrate. And it's one where after the serious racing happens for the first part of the day, most of our guests, both the sailors and the people who attend with them, all get together at the Antigua Yacht Club for daily prize givings, cocktails, live entertainment, and it's a really great atmosphere where you get to learn a little bit about the sport if you're not a sailor. And we also have our other strapline is Not a Sailor, Not a Problem. And in that, we try to encourage participants to bring their friends with them, even though they're not participating. Next slide. So over sailors and spectators for right now, we have 24 countries on our roster. So far, Germany's a really big sailing community. We have large groups of Germans who come down for bareboat racing. The fleets are made up of professional crews and as well as bucket list. You know, you've always wanted to try sailing, so this is something you have on your bucket list, and you join us here in Antigua. Next slide. So as I mentioned, so Not a Sailor, Not a Problem. We have organized outings for spectators, as you can see on the right here. They're on a catamaran out in the middle of the racing. You get to leave the docks in the morning, follow the races, be on the start line to watch the action. It's coupled with a cruise around the coastline, rum, fun, sandwiches, drinks, a Caribbean lunch. You get an opportunity to snorkel as well. So it's a great day it's a great way to spend the day as a part of the regatta, even if you're not participating. You can also do a flyover. A helicopter flyover allows you to see the entire race course from above. It's about a 20-minute to 30-minute flight, and it's another bucket list item. You've never been in a helicopter. What a better way to do it than over the blue Caribbean Sea while taking in some spectacular racing. Next slide, please. We also have an elevated private chase option where for smaller groups of people up to 8, you can actually have your very own personal catamaran with a stewardess and your own skipper to be able to go out and follow the races in style. And so that's something that we only have one a day. So we encourage, groups of friends who are coming to book early to have that opportunity. And then on the right, is basically a bird's eye view of what the spectators would experience on a Wadadli Cats, which is the group chase for anywhere up to 60 people. And next slide, please. Then we have a very, very active nightlife during the regatta. So after the racing's done and the prizes are given, it's party time, and we have the locals get together with the sailors. We bring in top tier reggae artists to provide like one of the best nights of entertainment on the island. It's something that most people look to. It's a midweek concert, and it's always full of fun and camaraderie. Next slide, please. Then we're all about fun and games as well when we're not racing. So we have a really massive beach party called Lay Day. It's a day when the sailors are not racing. This is another opportunity for spectators to get together with their friends who are racing and have some fun beach games. There are team challenges. There's kayaking, SUP. There's like a yoga session in the morning. So it's a really great day for those who are into an active lifestyle. Coupled with, of course, lots of ice cold beer and great cocktails. Next slide. And so essentially for our 55th, we are inviting the Canadian market to come down and experience Antigua in a different way, experience in the water. If you ever have anyone who's interested in chartering and they're sailors and they want to participate, you can reach out to us directly and we can try to connect you with preferred charter operators to be able to make a great holiday of it all. Thank you so much for your time.
All right, thank you so much for that informative presentation, Rana. And for persons who may have questions for Rana, it's rana@sailingweek.com. RANA, and it's in the chat. Susan would have listed the email address. But thank you so much again, Rana. And just to let you know, for travel agents, Sailing Week is great for group getaways. As you saw with the lady, that's one of my favorite events. It's like a beach party where you see groups of girls or guys taking part in these fun events, whether it's a rum drinking or beer drinking competition, walking along the grease pole,
tug of war,
you name it. So
yeah.
it's a great getaway for a guys and a girls trip. Yes, but thank you so much. And I do look forward to hearing my travel agents book persons to go to Antigua during Sailing Week, because it's going to be a memorable experience. All right, so we will move on to our next local saying, Ibang good. Who can guess what does that mean? Ibang good. And it will help to usher in, Maji. So off the bat, Maji got it right. Yes, it speaks about how tasty something is. It really tastes good. So if you went to a restaurant or a food event and you say, ibang good, that means it was, it is really tasty. So kudos to you, Maji, for following us and knowing what ibang good means. All right, so at this time, as I said, these terms will usher in what we'll be talking about next. Of course, ibang good relates to food. And I have the lovely ABTA merchant here with me to talk about Restaurant Week. And as I said, we did it for the first time last year, and it has been such a success that we brought it on for a second year. So the lovely ABTA merchant, take it away.
Hi, everyone. So as Shamoy said, Antigua and Barbuda Restaurant Week 2024. We have a teaser for you. I think, is it showing? Okay, perfect. So every time I watch this video, I get so excited. I can, you just hear the culinary delights, the meat sizzling on the grill, the wine being poured, and there's just so much more behind the scenes that goes into Antigua and Barbuda Restaurant Week. So the dates are the 4th to the 19th of May. And I know we said Restaurant Week, and everyone says, well, 1 week, but it was so good. It was so successful. We just needed, and we have so much culinary delights to offer you in Antigua and Barbuda that we had to give you 2 weeks. We had to give you 2 weeks of amazing cuisine, amazing flavors. It's just a kaleidoscope of flavors. It brings the true essence of Antigua and Barbuda to your taste buds. You can immerse yourself in not only a culinary, but a cultural experience, especially our Eat Like a Local program. That is basically the highlight of Restaurant Week this year. So last year, our larger restaurants, they were at the forefront. They were at the forefront. But this year, what we want to do is to bring you the true essence of Antigua and Barbuda, the authenticity of Antigua and Barbuda in our local eats, our street food. This is where you get the real love, whether it's just, pop into the side of the road and get a roast corn, or, you go into one of those small mom and pop, what we call a mom and pop restaurant. Some persons cook from their home and cook on a small scale. And, when you're doing it smaller, it's just it's even better because you just have all the love and the flavors and even some backyard gardening involved in your cooking. So that is something that we're going to highlight this year. And we're very excited about. We have quite a number of restaurants already signed up on board and ready and eager and waiting. A lot of local persons have been asking about the prefix menus. In addition to the restaurants that are coming on board. Last year, we didn't have Barbuda, and this year, we have Uncle Roddy's who have come on board. And I think Nobu has also shown some interest. So we are very, very excited about that. We have our passport, because that was just that persons went crazy last year for this food passport. And we are adding so much more to it. We want to add in little perforated like coupons. So once you get your passport, there are certain restaurants who are going to be offering like even more reduced prices and special treats to their customers. So once you get the passport, that is, you have to keep track of your dining experience, and there are different memorabilia that you can collect. If we usually have prizes if you visit a certain number of restaurants. I mean, it as we said, we take you on a culinary journey. I don't know if anyone knows the national dish of Antigua and Barbuda. You think so, Shamoy? Or if they've tried it. So if you know it, and if you've tried the national dish of Antigua and Barbuda. So I am looking in the comments to see if anyone has tried our national dish.
And let me go, and I'll keep track of Facebook as well to see what the comments are looking like.
Awesome. So okay. Yes, and if you notice, Shamoy brought on Sailing Week, and then he brought on Restaurant Week, because it's just, we're showing you that once you're in Antigua, there's always something for you to do, something for you to. So when you're finished enjoying sailing and yachting in our destination, then you can just stay on a little bit longer and enjoy some culinary eats, some culinary delights. And it's a win-win, because where Sailing Week usually happens on that side of the island, you have some of our most amazing restaurants. And so you can sample all sorts of various cuisine. So it ties in perfectly. It works perfectly.
Okay, so I'm just tracking the comments on Facebook. Arlene said pepper pot.
Yes.
Aaron said fungi.
Yes.
But Margie on the chat here said fungi and pepper pot.
Yes. It's a combination of both fungi and pepper pot.
So
and what I would love for you to do as your homework is to just go on YouTube, or you can ask Shamoy to give you a little bit of history of how that dish was created, especially the pepper pot, because just like the name says, pepper pot, infusion, a mixture of various, meats, greens, seasonings. You guys are making me laugh today.
Yes.
So, yes, our national dish is pepper pot and fungi. That is something that you can find with our local eats. As we said, eat like a local. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that Chamoy, we have this new restaurant in Antigua called the Treehouse Restaurant, and they are coming on board, and they will be working alongside Miss Andy Oliver. You know, she came last year. She's a celebrity chef, and it's going to be 100 days a pop-up down at the Tree House. So that's a huge deal. That's another part. So it's going to be a huge part of Restaurant Week, and it's going to go beyond Restaurant Week. It's 100 days. We have 6 celebrity chefs who are coming in this year. Yes. As you know, we have the Mother's Day event. We partner with Farmers Only. So if you're here and you're in Antigua and you want something to do on Mother's Day, there is a foodie fete. You can enjoy our music. You can immerse yourself in our culture, because they usually have stilt walkers and all that cultural part of Antigua and Barbuda, and they have food. You have all your food being catered to you right there. So you can see how we fry our fish on the coal pot. You can see how we roll our dumpling and fry them in what we call, what is that pot called again, Chamoy? In the yaba pot. And then you have your Barbudan cuisine, you have your grilled lobster, you have your freshly caught conch fritters. Sometimes we pair fungi with conch. I mean, I can go on, but once you are a foodie lover, please, please, you come and you enjoy Antigua and Barbuda Restaurant Week. And don't forget, we want you for Nyam Local, not eat like a local. That Chamoy puts it so nicely. I want you to come and Nyam Local.
All right. Thank you so much, Abina.
You are welcome.
Me hungry. And you know, Trish, I agree. Oh my goodness, you're making me hungry. You know, for us so in Canada, it's very difficult. But it is an incentive to travel to Antigua, and particularly keeping an eye on the that event that you Farmers Only.
Farmers Only, yes.
Farmers Only event. It is like a carnival event where we have some of our top soca artists. They perform on the big stage. You have a wide variety of food stalls, and you have to get in character. It's Farmers Only, so you have to dress the part as well.
You have to dress the part. Yes, it's a really amazing experience. We partnered with them last year, and we're going to partner with them again this year. When you walk in, you get things like, I don't know who've ever had a fresh coconut jelly. So you have it right there in the coconut for you. When you come to Antigua and Barbuda, I mean, there's no other choice.
And
you have local ice cream. You have local ice cream made with all local fruits, things like soursop, things like, what you call it again, sugar apple, you know, various local flavors. So when we say local, and that's why we're pushing our eat like a local, because we want you to share in our culture, share in our cuisine, share in our heritage, and just immerse yourself in a culinary experience like no other. And even next year, so if you can't make it this year, or if your customers are unable to make it this year, then book them for next year, because next year we are planning to just go all out, a whole international culinary festival. So just something to look forward to.
I also wanted to point out with the Farmers Only event, it's an all-inclusive.
Yes.
So once you pay to get in, there's no limit to what you can eat and drink. So a great add-on to Restaurant Week in conjunction with the many other restaurants.
Yes. And we want to see our visitors. We want you to come and enjoy yourselves with us. I mean, one of the things we boast in Antigua is our people, our friendly people. So we want you to come out of your hotels or your Airbnb or off your sailboats and just join us to immerse yourself in a true, authentic Antiguan experience.
Okay, so Cheryl was asking, what is a fresh coconut jelly? Okay, so jelly is the flesh in the coconut, the white flesh. So that is something that you can try. What I also wanted to mention, sometimes they do offer coconut with the rum. So you get the
Yes.
fresh coconut and they pour the
Yes.
rum. But
They
that
put
is
the
for
rum inside of it.
that is for persons who love that. I'm not really, a drinker.
You'll have to let them know, Shimoy, they have to request either English Harbor or Cavalier rum.
Yes, certainly.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so that was a beaner for you guys. Yes, she all made us hungry. But it's an incentive to book travel, to book clients, and even for yourselves to sample the experience to see what it's like. So,
Yes.
end of April into the first week of May, you come sail with us, you come party with us, you come have fun. And then the next 2 weeks is all about
Enjoy our cuisine. Yes.
Thank you so much, Abina, for that lovely presentation.
You are welcome. It was indeed my pleasure, Shimoy. Thank you for having me.
All right. All right, so to our lovely travel agents, just a reminder that we do have our travel agent training specialist program for persons who would have registered after July 6th or before July 6th. You would have last year, you would have to do it over. So each person would have to complete the modules again to be recertified. Again, this is the only way you can access our incentives, log your bookings, and also get on our fam trips. So please, for persons who have registered prior to July 5th of last year, it means that you need to recertify again. So added incentives to the webinar. So of course, 2 persons, 2 lucky attendees will be getting a $50 gift certificate via Amazon. However, if you book clients to Antigua Sailing Week this year, Rana is going to be giving away 2 tickets to Reggae in the Park. Now, that is one of the premier events during Antigua Sailing Week. It's a night of lots of great music and fun. So tickets for 2 to the first travel agent who can book Sailing Week, book clients to Sailing Week this year. We also have an additional booking incentive. The first two agents who can book clients into Antigua for Sailing Week or Restaurant Week, we will give you a $150 cash value prize. It can be cash or it could be a gift certificate. But you would have to log your bookings or reach out to us with the codes ASW150, that is for Antigua Sailing Week. And then we have RW150, which is for Restaurant Week. So it's going to be 4 different $150 gift certificates that will be given away from these bookings. So remember, Sailing Week is coming up at the end of April into the first week of May, and Restaurant Week starts right after. So these are things that you want to encourage your clients to, go into the destination. If you want to engage in experiences, not just the beautiful beaches, not just the restaurants, not just the excursions, you just want to immerse in a unique experience with the locals and international folks alike, this is the opportune time to do so. Antigua Sailing Week and also Restaurant Week. For more questions, you can reach out to me if you have any inquiries. I am your BDM, one of 3 BDMs in the market. And you could always connect with me at shimoyrichards@visitanb.com. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was such a pleasure. Oh, Suzanne, you just appeared from behind the clouds.
We like to pop out of nowhere over here.
Superwoman.
Well, I just want to say, Rana and Abina, you guys did a fantastic job on everything. I want to go sail. I want to go have lunch there. I want to immerse myself in the local culture. And there's so many amazing comments on Facebook, as you saw Shamoy and here in the chat on Zoom, that everyone loves this. And what a great presentation. Amazing wealth of information from all 3 of you.
Thank you so much.
And also Kim said that she's working on doing some bookings for Antigua so she can get this special incentive.
Yes.
And I wanted to mention, Tammy said, where's Tammy's comment here? Tammy said she went on a catamaran excursion with the cruise that she was on and she had the best time.
Wow. It's always heartwarming to hear the positive feedbacks.
Great. Yeah, and Arlene, our friend in Newfoundland, is saying what a great presentation. She learned lots about sailing and the restaurants.
Yes, thank you so much, Arlene, for joining
And
us.
Jessica, I just want to say, is saying that coconut water is her fave with rum. And yes, drinking it right out of the coconut. So that's
Yeah.
for Abina.
And that is something you can also sample at Sailing Week too. When it comes to rum, wherever sailors are, you know, it's going to be a party. So you can also incorporate that culinary experience during Sailing Week as well.
Right. So we have a couple of questions in the Q&A box if you guys would like to open it up here. So Jean-Francois, welcome, bonjour, is asking what restaurant, and I'm not sure if Abina might be able to answer this, or all of you, of course, what is the best restaurant for fungi and pepper pot?
Okay, so fungi and pepper pot is our national dish. Is our national dish. And oh my, I don't want to get into trouble.
Okay.
But there are quite a number of restaurants. I don't know if Abina wants to answer this one. There are quite a number of
I am not going to be picking a favorite. I'm not going to be my grandmother.
I was just about to say my grandmother's kitchen.
Oh, yes.
But we have a number of local restaurants. And so for the Eat Like a Local program, Nyam Local, as I told you, is what I need you guys to say.
By the way,
there are a number of small restaurants, so they have like a schedule. So like, let's say on Monday, you could get pepper pot and fungi. And then on Tuesday, you can get dukan and saltfish. I don't know if you've heard about our dukan and saltfish, but then what they tend to do is have a menu and there's a different local dish specially prepared on a particular day of the week.
Okay. Well, you know what they're saying? They want to come to grandma's house. Oh, that's good. Just a question. It's in the chat, but I just saw it. So it says, how do you transfer between the islands? Is there a ferry?
We only have ferry services between Antigua, Barbuda, and Antigua and Montserrat. We don't have ferry services. I saw someone ask about Curacao. No, you'd have to fly to Aruba and then fly over to Curacao. We have direct flights to Aruba with British Airways, and then you'd have to commute between Aruba and Curacao, maybe via ferry or via plane, but no ferry service across, well, from Antigua to the other major islands.
Okay. And maybe Shamoy, I'm not sure if this is for you, but if people would like to have copies of the videos and any information like this, is there somewhere they can source all of that?
Yes, you could just send me an email at shamoy. Well, my email is listed on the slide right now. You could just shoot me an email and we will have the videos for you. I'm seeing Tracy. Hi, Tracy, how are you? Yes, you can pre-book the the ferries to Barbuda and to Montserrat. Yes, you should be able to pre-book them. With Barbuda, it is Barbuda Express. So once you go online, we do have just the ferry service, which would transport persons to and fro. Or if you want to add in the experience of the day tour, that is an option as well. So it may be a wise choice to book the day tour for your clients. So you're not only getting them over to Barbuda, but you're also getting them a tour, which includes transportation, a local guide, and food and beach time.
Okay, great. And Julie's asking, any fam trips coming up, Chamoy?
We actually have one coming up but that's already taken. That it is going to be in April before Sailing Week, unfortunately. But we will have some more that we will list out for the rest of the year.
Yeah, a lot of people like Tracy are saying hello to you, Chamoy, of course.
Yeah. Tracy.
Chamoy's so popular here. I'm going to add it, Rena, into the chat. There's a YouTube that for Sailing Week. I just added it there. I'm going to also add it on Facebook for everybody. For anyone who would like to look at it, I'm going to look at it after myself. Okay, so let's see here. Any more questions? Okay, wonderful. Oh, everyone loves you, Chamoy.
I think.
Okay, well, it looks like I checked in on Facebook. It doesn't seem to be any more questions. And sorry, I guess Julie's asking about the FAMs where they'll be posted.
So we will definitely share them with Kelly Spoil Agents, and we will blast it out, and we'll have to pay attention to our newsletter as well, which is the Paper Plane. So if you haven't subscribed, this is a good time to subscribe to our Paper Plane.
So on that note, actually, Shamoy, as everybody was chatting today, and you all did a really good job, I added in the links, of course, all the contacts for Abina and Rana, and of course, Shamoy, and also how you can access our friends here on their supplier page on Spoiled Agent, where you can learn about the specialist program, agent rates, and things like that. So that's also in both chats, Facebook and on Zoom, along with all the contacts. So you guys have been given everything you need here today for the tools, which is great. And yeah, oh, everyone's welcome. So good. I love having you guys. I'm going to tell you, over here in Canada, we're all really hungry right now, if I can just say that. And we want some lunch, but unfortunately, we got to get our charter then. We got to get a charter and go right on to Antigua.
Sounds like a
Shamoy,
plan.
can you figure that out for us?
It will take me some time, but let's see what we can come up with.
Well, great. Well, listen, I just want to thank everybody, Abina and Rena and our friend Shamoy, and of course, everybody from the Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Authority for joining us today. It was fantastic, a wealth of information. I love that we have everyone on with like firsthand information, which really, you guys, this is what Spoiled Agent's all about. You get that firsthand information. Amazing incentives, Shamoy, that you added at the very end there. Threw it in for everybody. So don't forget, so much to win here today. Okay. So booking incentives, listening incentives, watching incentives, and everything. So amazing, amazing. And I'd like to thank you all from Spoiled Agent for joining us, taking time out of your day. And this has been recorded, of course, and it'll be on Shamoy's supplier page. So if you missed a bit, don't worry about it. Or you want to go back and look at those codes, give us some time today. We'll get it loaded up for you. Okay. Ladies, our friends that are local right now and live in the warmth of Antigua, Rena and Abina, you guys have been amazing. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us. It's been great.
All right.
Thank
Sending
you
you
so
guys
much.
sunshine
Take
in
care.
Canada.
Thank you for having me again. See you.
Yes, thank you so much, Rana. We can do with the sunshine right now.
Next time I'll do my call from outside, and that way
wow.
you can see the harbor behind me.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great
Take care,
day.
everyone.
Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye.